You weren't in a meeting.
He left.
You were not. No, you're lying.
Don't touch
Why
me.
are you touching him?
Don't put your hands on me.
Why do you think it's okay to just touch him right now?
Don't touch me.
All right, she's just going to a meeting.
You must.
Why do you?
Are you out of your mind?
Wendy, go to your meeting.
Don't touch me.
All right, she's just going to a meeting.
You must be sick.
All right, she's just going to a meeting. Just go.
Yeah, you. You don't put your hands on people. Did I put my hands on you?
She thinks it's okay to do.
This makes. And are we surprised? It seems like this type of behavior is not only expected and normal in Leominster, Massachusetts, it seems to get worse every time. And one of the mayor's excuses is going to be that, oh, maybe she felt you were in her personal space. So I'm walking away from her. And you can see in the video, in fact, right after this, we'll play it in slow motion, she has to reach out her hand and fully extend it to be able to touch me as I'm walking away from her. Let's see.
You were not. No, you're lying. Why are you touching? No, you're lying. Why are you? No, you're lying. Why are you?
Sorry, Leominster, Mr. Mayor, as you guys can see, video doesn't lie, public servants do, and that one didn't pass the tyrant test. Watch the whole video, links to the original videos will be in the description, and that's the reason I stopped you today. And one final thing, don't let these public jokes lie to you. It's insulting that this mayor would think that myself and all of you are so stupid as to believe something like that, right? There's two camera angles. She, in fear for herself, must have thought maybe I was in her personal space. I don't think so. She literally had to, over a foot away from me, had to extend her arm as far as it could go to grab me from behind as I was walking away from her, going into an office. They think we're that stupid. What's going on, guys? We're back at the Leominster Public Library in Leominster, Mass. You remember the Leominster Public Library because of this. What you doing? I'm just gonna take some pictures and video of everyone and everything inside the library today.
You can't do that without permission.
Oh, I can't do that?
No, not without permission.
Why do I need permission?
I can call the director if you want.
Yeah, you can call whoever you want. Is there like, I didn't know, is there like a law or something?
Just make that.
Oh, no, that's so. You're not, I'm sorry, but you're not allowed to take images of people in the library, of the people in the library.
Oh, who do I get permission
Oh,
from?
you're not going to get permission.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's our policy. Yeah,
But-
we just
What are
came.
you going to use it for?
I'm gonna post it on social media.
Oh, God, no. I hope you didn't take my photo.
Or mine?
Yeah, I'm taking it down.
No,
But I,
just erase mine.
So can you tell me?
you can do whatever you can do whatever you want. It's your First Amendment right, just like ours. Which is funny. You give them a hard time for recording. You know what comes before freedom of religion? Freedom of the press. So you can pray. We just can't film. Good for you. Do your thing. We love the First Amendment.
Well, she deserves at least, a paper saying you're pretty great. Yeah.
Oh, just a quick question. That was pretty crazy. We're back here now with Bananarana. See if they've learned themselves something. Hello. I knew he was going to turn around and give us a little look. Oh, look, see, they created them some privacy there.
I knew they would do that.
It's perfect.
Anything I can help you with today?
Yeah, I was wondering if the lady that works back there on that second desk in the back, the one that called me a pretty bad curse word, if she's still working here.
Would you like me to get the director to talk about?
Ah, that'd be great. Yeah, perfect. Thanks. Hold on a second.
Oh, hi, I'll get your hold in just a moment.
There's a little space in that glass, not paper, so I might be able to see myself if she's working here still.
Well, when we have it closed off, it's kind of not for the public.
Yeah.
Well, it's not opening the door.
Yeah, no, I'm not opening the door. I still got a pretty good view inside, though. I can see everything.
We can try to find out.
Yeah, so you got.
All right.
Video in the library.
Okay, thank you.
Are you from around here?
Hi. You picking up?
Yeah,
Your
there.
sister as well?
Yeah.
They're not available. Oh, Anne's coming.
Oh.
I don't know if I have anything.
Yes, you do. Oh, I do, yes.
Are you looking for someone specific?
Is Alex here?
I tried his office. If
Okay.
you want to wait, I'd be happy to go look around and
Yeah, if you could, if you
maybe at
can't-
one of the desks.
If you can't find him, then I'll happily revert my question to you. But since we dealt with him before, I'd like to see if he's around first.
Sure.
Thank you.
She pointed out the obvious. She goes, oh, that part's closed off.
Yeah, no, I can still see though.
We know.
It being closed off doesn't mean they did a good job at it.
But I heard from one of the other girls, she said there were 26 people downstairs.
Oh, good.
You can still see up.
And I said, you know, it's going to be kind of
Still see up in there.
But I did see,
Oh yeah, all sorts of stuff.
she called me a couple of things.
She called me an F&A hole twice.
Yeah, and then there was something else.
Bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
So 3 items.
Can't see if she's in there. Guys, you could superimpose my face onto that and called it Raiders of the Lost F&A Holes. You superimpose my face on that and call it Raiders of the Lost F&A Holes. That'd be a good place to start.
Are you all picking up? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, and I'm all set? You are all set? Yes. Okay, thank you. If you have your card, that's the best place. Let me see if it, this card doesn't seem to work.
Well, that's not Alex.
Alex is out today.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, thanks for coming out.
Thank you very much.
So following up,
Yes.
last time, she's at the last row, second desk over. It was the lady that called me an F&A hole 3 times. I was wondering if she still works here.
Alex would be the one to have to confirm that. He's the one who's dealt with all the discipline process throughout this whole thing.
So there's been discipline process?
He would have followed the procedure. I believe there has been, yes.
Has been, okay. So, I mean, I guess this is something that you can answer. It'd be outside of the scope of any protected class or disciplinary reports, if because it's something you could records request. Is she still employed with the library?
Yes.
She is. Okay.
But just the standing on it, we're not sure. You'd have to ask Alex.
Okay. And since that visit, has there been any training given to the employees as far as what folks can
The Mass
do?
Municipal Association did have a webinar all about First Amendment audits and how to properly respond to them, what is allowed and what isn't. And how
Oh, perfect. Do you remember when they did that? Because I'd love to request that meeting.
It's publicly available online through the Mass Municipal Association website.
Okay, so did they do that live interactive with you, or is that just something that was regurgitated to you as like a training point?
It's a recorded webinar that you can watch on demand anytime and refer back to.
Oh.
Oh, okay, so it wasn't like a live event. I know the one that they're talking about. They did it for Arlington, because of us actually. So, any time off, anything like that given to her?
It's part of the process. You have to speak with Alex about that.
Okay. Do you know when Alex will be back in?
He will be in tomorrow. He is again doing a half day, but towards the morning as well.
All right.
Do you want me to
Alright,
provide
perfect.
his email or?
No. We'll
think we
swing.
have that as
Yeah, we have that too. I have his card, but we'll swing back
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Thank you.
Perfect. Have you guys gotten a lot of feedback about that video?
Anything like that was passed on directly to Alex.
Okay.
So I know we did have some comments and people asking questions and things like that.
Did you yourself have time to watch it?
I did watch
You
it.
heard about it.
I was out that day, so I did watch it to see what was happening.
Well, if you were here that day, we probably wouldn't have got called me names because you're a very nice lady.
Yeah, she's very sweet.
But if there's a kid, but if when she called me those words, is that acceptable behavior?
That is prohibited by the discipline policy.
It is prohibited. Okay. Well, that's what I was going to ask because I'm not sure exactly what the disciplinary policy outlines, but that's because no one's yet called me back. Really, what I was looking for more than anything was someone to call me back and say, "Listen, what she did was it's not policy. It's not part of our core value systems. She was out of line. That should not have happened. We're sorry." So that's kind of what we've been waiting to hear from someone, but no one's
Like,
got back
and
to
I'm
us.
sorry, like, that she treated you like that, anything like that. But, I mean, as you know, because I'm sure you've worked other places other than just the library. I mean, most of us have had more than just one job, but usually policy anywhere across the board, no matter where you work or who you work for, is to not engage in a negative situation, like not to
Call people
to
FNAs.
people horrible names, right? Like you walk away, and so she didn't, if she wasn't happy.
I think I'm gonna run across the street to the town hall so we can ask the mayor's office what all's been done about that. Oh, yeah. All right.
Did you leave your contact information for Alex directly? I know you
Yeah.
said you
He has my email address.
Perfect.
We did get our records request back, so we've been in contact
Okay.
before. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Any
We'll
other
s-
questions?
No, we're gonna run across, I think, to the town hall and double check, see what they gotta say.
You're very welcome.
Thanks very much.
Have a wonderful
Appreciate
day.
you too.
All right, guys, thanks for being here. Bye.
No. What are you doing? No. All right, guys, we're at City Hall. I want to figure out what's been done. Why do they think they can behave like that? Get away with it.
Hi, the mayor's not in there.
Okay, thank you.
But I showed her what you said,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I brought it to her attention. And I left. And then Bob called me. Bob talked to her.
Can I help you? Because we're just in a meeting, so.
Yeah, no, go ahead. You can have your meeting.
So, is that a problem? I'm going to see if I can ask her. She leaves at 4.
Mayor's not here, so.
Let's go.
She's having a terrible day.
Do you know whatever happened to the lady that called us F and A-holes?
Thank you.
Actually, we can find
No?
out.
I'm involved with a constituent right now, so I can't.
Yeah, well, you're involved with a lot more constituents than just him. All right. I think we were called F&A holes before ever he walked into that office.
This also isn't really a private meeting.
No.
Or else they would have been
No.
doing this.
That's why I'm trying, you know.
It's in public, not private.
It's
Scoop.
not really a meeting.
That's public too.
She don't want to answer your questions.
I wonder why. Obviously, they weren't happy. Stand over here so I'm not blocking an egress. Make sure we get our questions and your questions answered. It's like, oh no, what do we do if we can't talk our way out of this one? It's probably where they're at. Because you can't really fake this till you make this. It's so funny, like, they're involved with, I think, collectively, like, almost 100,000 constituents that watch the video, and I want to know what was done. Like, you can just, or is it all right if you're in Leominster to just treat the public with absolute disdain and contempt?
I mean, she's kind of treating us with disdain as well. So I would say
yeah.
that maybe it's just okay for the employees to do in Leominster.
Maybe it's a precedent they're setting here.
Thank you for your help.
So we're just the constituents here. Oh, look, there's the mayor too. There's the constituents here.
Who's chasing you? Oh.
Ma'am, we
Well, see that's what happens when you lie. We're not chasing. We're walking around a public building.
I'm in a meeting.
No, you aren't. You're outside. Don't lie.
He left the meeting.
Don't tell stories now.
No, could you put me back?
Don't touch me. Don't put your hands on me.
I'm not lying.
Why do you?
Are you out of your mind?
Wait, you go to your meeting.
Don't touch me.
All right, she's just going to a meeting.
You must be sick.
All right, she's just going to a meeting. Just go.
Yeah, you. You don't put your hands on people. Did I put my hands on you?
She thinks it's okay to do.
This makes sense. This is why that happened over at the library. Let's see. See the constituents. We got 100,000 angry constituents who have already seen this behavior.
Let's see. Let's see.
It's right here.
You weren't in a meeting. No, you're lying. Don't touch. Why are you touching him? Don't put your hands on me.
Yeah.
Go on.
Oh, well, what do you think's going on, man? I mean, come on. We didn't get off to a bad foot before, so I think it's pretty easy to say that we're for you. Wanted to come over here and see what happened before we were touched by this lady. Oh, thanks.
Strawberry or chocolate?
Absolutely not.
What happened across the street? What was the disciplinary process? What was the training
So
involved there?
it goes to HR. They don't make that public, on what the outcome is. That's with every employee, every situation. And, yeah, they dealt with it.
So
Okay,
did
just
she?
like you dealt with it when she put her hands
I
on
didn't
him,
see
and you
that.
didn't.
Oh, well, let's show you.
Let's show you.
Because I don't put my hands on people.
Let's just.
If I put my hands on people, people would never put their hands on me. That's for sure. But we try and act with some civility. We don't go around putting our hands on people, calling them F&A holes. We leave that up to 2 employees of Leominster.
You think that that's okay? Or just
Well, I
like
don't think she
people-
touched him.
She did.
You can.
That's not what I'm seeing.
So you're
All right, go
blind.
ahead.
We kind of got her on this corner right here.
Let's see. I'm coming into an office. She's behind me, so I don't have her in anywhere. If I'm going through an egress and she reaches out to me and
Those
grabs me from
glasses are
behind,
working right, man?
Yeah,
let's show it
my
frame by
glasses work just
frame.
fine.
you guys, you can see it real clear. There it is. That's her
Right.
hand
Why you
on
got so
me.
close to her?
I'm walking in the door. Are you?
No,
She walked up
you
to
can't
him.
invade somebody's space.
No.
She's behind me. How am I invading her space if she's behind me?
Because you were in this corner.
Now you're invading my space. I'm not putting my hands on
He's not
you.
even
This is the
watching.
corner.
I'm
Take a
trying to
picture of the
explain
corner.
to you.
This is the
Sir,
corner.
I'm speaking with you.
When you
So you
invade
just ignore
somebody's
me.
space.
Talk to her, man. She's the boss.
Right.
So
No.
Keep distance,
No.
that's all.
Excuse you.
I don't
So
keep
he's
distance.
walking this way, and she touches him.
How's that invading her
How is
space?
that
Do you know what
invading space when he's
de-escalating
walking into
is?
the
De-escalating
doorway?
is calming people
No,
down.
you know what
Until you
de-escalating would
can
be not
have-
cutting me
Here,
off.
No,
hold this, hold this.
de-escalation
Hold this.
is not,
Okay, get this in frame.
not,
So how am I invading your space? I'm walking in the door, you touch me from behind, because that's the
Well,
angle.
I don't
Show
know.
I'm invading your space backwards.
And
Come up with a
de-escalating
come up with
wouldn't
a
be
different story.
I'm just
De-escalating
saying,
wouldn't be
you got
cutting me
somebody-
off.
I don't know
when
about
I'm trying
them
to address
apples.
my grievances.
I don't know about
and
that,
then
buddy.
you get close to her and she
Sir,
just
I'm
put
still
it.
trying to talk to you.
All right, what do you wanna know?
No, she got
De-escalating-
she touched me.
De-escalating would be addressing me, right? When I'm trying to redress my grievances, you should be allowing me to
I
talk.
think she said she was in a meeting.
No,
Well, that's what she told me. I don't know. I just walked in.
no,
So I
I'm
don't know
letting
the
you
whole
know,
story.
like, usually, typically, when somebody, when
All right,
a
so what's your
public
complaint?
employee.
You were a
What's your
cop.
complaint? What's the
Excuse
complaint?
you, why are you being so rude?
Yeah, listen to her, man.
You,
What is the
you
complaint?
keep cutting me off.
What is the complaint?
My complaint is that you're just absolutely horrible and shouldn't be in the office. Secondly, this
For
woman,
what? Because I asked you a question? I asked her what your complaint is.
no, you haven't been asking me a question
No,
this
I'm
whole
asking
time.
you.
In fact, I've been
What-
So
trying
how-
to speak to you
Let
and you
me-
haven't allowed me
All
to
right,
speak.
What is your complaint? What is it?
My complaint is that you will not speak to her about her
Well, I'm not gonna do
behavior.
that in front of you or anybody else.
Well, so where we get
you're
to
making a
here is,
complaint is that you follow her around with your cameras, and then you got too close to her, and she put
so let me
her
ask you a question. How do we get
That's what I saw.
how do we get too
what
close
you
to her if from behind she touches us? That makes no sense, man.
That's not what I saw.
Use some investigatory
What I
skills.
saw is
You see how
she was
government
here-
makes
she
excuses?
was
You
here
see how
trying to get
government
in, you
makes
kept following her.
excuses for
She
their
was trying to get in. She was
and
behind
their
me.
bad behavior.
So if I'm walking behind you, it's easy for me to just reach out my hand and put my hands on you. You're walking away from me.
I don't think that this is.
Government making
This is
excuses
not
for
like
employees'
the
bad
most tragic
behavior.
thing
Is
that
that
ever
that's
happened.
what's happening?
No, it
I don't
is.
like it when you get
It
put
is.
on
Meeting.
video.
It
She
is.
wanted to talk to her.
It is the most
As
tragic
soon as
thing
she's
that
done with the
happened,
meeting,
buddy.
she'll come out and talk to you. That's all.
You
She's in a
didn't.
meeting.
I mean,
She
listen.
had a scheduled meeting.
Don't listen, buddy.
with
I don't.
people
Don't.
not in a
Don't
meeting.
politic me.
She is in a meeting. She's
She
in a
was
Don't
not.
politic me.
meeting.
She
went outside
wasn't.
to talk to a city council.
That's not
She wasn't. She wasn't in a meeting. I'm gonna walk around
Okay.
and film everything and anything in public, and right now that's gonna be Leominster, Massachusetts.
Whatever you want.
So let me ask you a question: am I allowed to put my hands on
Weren't you in here
people?
before?
Is he allowed
Did
to
I
put-
not
is
take you
he
in my
allowed to
office
put his hand
and
on
you
you?
could walk around and film anything you wanted?
Is
Huh?
he allowed
Yeah.
to, is
Well,
he allowed to touch you
that's
without
when
consent?
that's when things
No.
went the way that
I'm
you
asking
wanted
a
them to
question.
go.
Didn't I let you walk into my office?
And
walk
didn't
around?
and wasn't I nice to you before?
I'm just saying.
Okay, so things have
One
changed.
question at a time.
Things have changed.
Didn't I let
And
you
one
come in
question
here?
at a
Things
time,
have
because he's
changed.
not allowing
Everybody-
you to ask
Nothing.
anything.
Nothing's changed. You can walk around City Hall. You can go-
Is
Oh, man,
he-
you're funny.
Is he allowed to touch you without your consent?
Because I did touch you and I asked for consent.
He asked for consent though, remember that?
I told you what I saw.
He's not, right?
I saw somebody
But you're not
that got
answering
put
the
into,
question.
Got
put
him.
into a corner.
He is a
She
coward.
felt you were violating her space, and
She got pushed into a
pushed
corner,
back.
she had a free space.
I'm just
What are
telling
you
you.
talking about? Instead
She
of
reached-
moving backwards,
You want to
she
know?
moved
All right. You
forward
want to
and
ask me what I
touched
saw?
You didn't see
No, no.
anything,
Do
you were
wanna ask me?
blinded. Your glasses must need a
Do
new
you want? Do
prescription.
you want to ask me what I saw?
I don't
Yeah,
wanna-
tell
no,
us-
you won't even
tell me
answer
what you
my
saw.
question.
From
Tell me
my
what-
vantage
tell me
point
what
of
you
being
saw.
here for like 4 seconds
Yeah.
is that you were here. She was trying to get back in here. She got in the corner.
No.
She got pushed into the corner, and you got close, and you invaded her space, and she pushed back on you.
But it's funny, that's what you saw, right?
You just asked
because
me.
you said
That's
that you
my
didn't that never happened until we showed you the video. So let me ask you a question.
No,
if
that's what I
someone's
saw walking
if
in.
someone's violating your space and you're afraid of them to the point where you need to do something like that, why would you go touch someone that's walking away?
Always give people their space.
I was walking away.
I'm just saying, always.
And
give
she
them-
was right here.
Always give them their space.
He also said he didn't see
No,
her
you were
touch
following
you.
him inside here. With
No.
No. She was out here
I'm
talking to
not
her and I
talking
walked
about
in,
that.
but you don't even know what
No,
happened.
you also said that she didn't touch him,
Right.
right? And then you
Right.
said,
Right.
I saw him
Now
touch
she
him.
did
All
touch
about
him.
somebody that touched you on your shoulder. Is that what
Excuse
you
No
you?
said?
touching.
Is
What do you want to
it
get
okay-
pictures of?
is it
No
okay-
touchies.
Come on, I'll
Sir.
take you around.
No
show you around
touching.
any way you
He
want to
still
go.
never
No
answered
touching.
I gotta
my
go.
question.
I can't
No
say
touching.
it. I'll be glad to answer your question.
No,
No
except
touching.
you never do. I ask you a question
You
and then
can
you
walk
deflect
around.
it.
You can walk around. See
You're
go and take
incredibly
pictures.
rude, sir.
That's not rude.
Yeah, no touchy. This is America.
So you can
You're
walk
not
around,
being
take
nice.
pictures
If
of
you were being
any way
nice,
you
then you
want.
would
I'm gonna do anything. You don't tell me what I'm gonna
Well, then
do.
do it then. That's fine.
All right.
I don't have a
If you were
problem.
being nice, you would
I don't have a problem
reprimand.
with anybody.
See, he keeps doing it.
Okay?
Just tell her no touching people. No touchy, right?
All right.
No touchy feely. You don't get to put
Just
your
like
hands on
10
people.
minutes of this. Okay.
Yeah, well, let's just let her know. Go ahead. Let her know. In kindergarten, I learned. When did you learn you can't
Don't
touch people?
antagonize. What did I tell you? De-escalate.
I don't care what you
Excuse
tell me.
De-escalate.
What do you tell me?
We are adults and human beings,
escalate.
sir. Stop
Doesn't
trying to tell
fast.
me what we can and cannot do.
De-escalate.
Nobody's antagonizing. Do not tell me what I
We've
can
had
and can't do.
30 people
What
come
are
through
you?
the door today.
What are you drinking, man? Are you
must be
drinking?
I've had 30 people come through the door today. Everybody was calm. Nobody
Yeah,
was...
until she touched her
Okay.
hands
Yeah,
on
we were
somebody.
calm too, man.
Calm down.
Excuse
I get what
you.
you do.
Calm. Don't tell her to calm
down.
down. Shut your
I know
mouth.
what
I
you
am
do.
allowed to be upset. She
Okay.
puts her hands on somebody
You-
and
are you
think that that's
high?
I
okay.
heard you the first time.
This guy's high.
You heard me the first time.
The
No,
very
except
first
the
time.
first time that I was trying to speak
The
to you, you
second
talked
time,
over me.
the
So I'm going to
10th time,
continue to say what I
20th
want to
time.
say until you address the issue of
Saying
her
that.
touching
Okay,
him.
I have nothing else to tell you.
Address the issue then, please.
We will
Go
take
and let
care
her
of it.
know.
She has a meeting right now, and when
Oh, hi, boys and girls. You've heard the mayor say several times now that Karen O'Touchy was in a meeting, which is interesting because she wasn't in the meeting. So you might have questions at home about what a meeting is. Quitty, let me explain. A meeting is a noun. It is a coming together of two or more people by chance or arrangement. I'm surprised the mayor doesn't know this because he gets paid to lead a city, but she was actually technically in a meeting with us. But still, for the employees of Leominster, if that doesn't quite break it down for you, here at AFA, we break out the big guns, the budget, and we drew up a pie chart of what a meeting is. This is the meeting. That is Karen. She's not in the meeting, which must mean that Karen is a dumb. So glad we were able to have this meeting. Back to your regularly scheduled meeting programming.
it's over, we'll talk and see what her side of the story was.
Yeah.
There's only going to be so many, tens of thousands, 100,000 of people that are going to watch this type of behavior and then allow her to even be employed to attend a meeting about that employment. When do you think people are going to be all set with this type of behavior in Leominster?
You think it's okay for people to just touch other people without their consent? Because I can guarantee you, if I had touched you, no matter if it was just your shoulder, you would not be okay with that, sir.
I mean, we literally asked you if we could touch you. Like, at least we seek consent before we put our hands on people.
You can't invade somebody's space.
We didn't, though.
He was walking
Nice
through
try.
a doorway.
Right.
He was walking through a doorway.
She was behind me.
Okay.
She
But
was
if somebody
behind him.
feels-
She was behind
if
him when
somebody
she touched him.
feels that you're invading their space.
So if I feel you're invading
Right.
my space right now, I can push you then. If I feel like you're invading my space right now, I could do that.
Do you see how
Look at you,
every
you're
time?
6'4".
Do you see how every time I
6'4", you weigh 250 pounds.
So what? You were a cop. You
And-
probably have more tactical training, hands-on experience than I do, right? You think maybe I can't handle myself?
And she tapped you on the shoulder.
I don't care.
Come on.
She has no business
All right.
touching me whatsoever.
What's the first section of the United States Constitution?
Okay, are we gonna
No, what
hide
is
that?
it?
Hide that.
What is it?
Let's go tit for tat.
What's the first section of
Are
it?
you talking about the Bill of Rights, or the Constitution, the First
Constitution
Amendment?
of the United States.
The First Amendment of the free speech. There's 5 components to it. Do you know them all without looking at that?
Yeah, I do. Go ahead.
Okay.
What's the Second Amendment?
Well, I know you know that one because you're a cop.
What's the Fourth Amendment?
You don't have to house
What's the
soldiers in a
third?
time of peace or war. That's
What's
the
the
third.
fourth one?
do you?
The right to be secure in your person's papers and effects. Now cover it up.
No searches.
Cover it
I know
up.
more.
Cover it up. Okay, all right.
I'm just trying to get you
All
on
right.
another subject.
What's the
That's
fifth?
all.
What's the fifth?
Another
Let's watch
subject.
this. What's the
I'm just
fifth?
trying to get you another
You're
subject because
deflecting.
we keep talking
You're
about the same
deflecting.
thing.
What's the-
You say you got pushed.
Well,
I will
let's-
get
He didn't
her
say he
side
got
of the
pushed,
story.
he said
Right
got
now-
touched.
Okay, you got touched. So once
So you're not
the
even
meeting is
listening to
over,
the first part of the issue.
all right, once the meeting is over, then we'll have a conversation.
All right, here's a
But
conversation for you.
This meeting
Ma'am,
has to happen because people are gonna have to
All right,
listen.
cool.
wasn't even
so,
in the
so,
meeting.
so
She
here's what we're
wasn't
gonna
even in
do.
the
Here's what I
meeting
need
when
you to
it
do. I just gave you a legal search and seizure. Also, you have the right to be secure in your persons and papers effects. That Fourth Amendment right also gives you the right to travel without that travel being unencumbered. Fifth Amendment is your right to remain silent under questioning, have representation. So, anyways, I got the first 5. You hit me with the next 5.
But I
You
guess
also
guess
have
what?
the right
Hit me with the
You
next
also
5.
have the right that and that's a court case. If somebody's invading your space, you have a
was
right. That's
walking-
been determined.
Sir,
and
sir,
you
you've cut
walked
me off
into
I don't know how many times.
You walked into somebody
You-
else's
oh my
space.
God.
You can't do that.
You're absolutely
Hit
out
me,
of control.
hit me with the next 5. I
Nobody.
give you 5.
No,
You give me
he
5.
can't.
He
How many
can't.
people watch
Because
this?
he had to have
All
his
right.
phone
He had to
open to
have
read
his
the
phone
first 5 amendments.
How many people watch this?
Doesn't
Way
matter.
too many.
All right. They don't want their space invaded, right?
I didn't invade her space. She
did
invaded
not.
mine.
My
You're arguing
opinion-
that a government employee
my
had
opinion
her
is-
space invaded when she
my
put her
opinion
hands on me.
on
Your
what I
opinion is
saw.
garbage, and I could care less
Well,
for
that's
it.
fine.
You wanted to
My
quiz me on
opinion
5 amendments.
on
Give me
what-
5 back.
what
Go to
I
10 and
saw.
we'll leave.
What I
Go to
saw.
10 and we'll leave.
Look, What I
He
saw.
can't. He
Go to
can't
10
do
and
it
we'll
without
leave.
opening his phone. He can't
Yeah,
do it
yeah,
without
man, you're
opening
not
his
a good
phone.
look.
Once
See, he
I
doesn't
saw-
like it when
Listen,
we cut him
once
you
off.
guys
saw-
close right now. We'll be back
You can
tomorrow.
stay here.
No, we're good. We'll come back tomorrow. And every day.
We'll come back every day.
Every day. Every single day. I don't think you thought it was going to work out that I was just going to rattle off the first 5 amendments and he's just going to stand there like a moron.
No, what's also interesting is that he kept cutting us off every single chance he could. But when it was his turn to talk and we kept cutting him off, he didn't like that very much.
Nope.
He would not let me ask any single question. And anytime I was able to ask something or say something, he deflected with something completely different.
Yep.
Total,
Absolutely.
total government for you. At
Absolutely.
least him. Dirty. And they make excuses for each other.
Yep.
You're invading her space, even though you're walking through a doorway, she's behind you and she's grabbing you.
So guys, Leominster is my project city now. So we've now had an issue at the library. We've also had an issue at town hall. So anytime, I'm just walking over here because I see a cop and I want to film this vehicle. Anytime I am ever going through Leominster, this is my space. This is my study hall.
How's it going?
What's up, man?
How are you, sir?
What are you up to?
I'm doing patrol for traffic right now.
Nice. Little traffic enforcement.
Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, let me ask you a question. Did you see the video about the Leominster Public Library?
Honestly, I have not seen
No? What would you say if I told you that a municipal employee called us F&A holes simply for exhibiting a First Amendment right?
I'd say that's unfortunate, and I would apologize for you on their behalf, because that's not right.
And they did. She got educated. What would you say if a public employee put their hands on someone exhibiting their First Amendment right, trying to guide them away so they wouldn't film?
Well, I mean, that's kind of a loaded question, so...
Well, no, but when is it all right to put your hands on somebody else?
That I would say probably not often. There are
Right.
very few circumstances, like, for example, if I had to make an arrest on somebody that just was...
No, so I'm not saying detainment.
I'm a city employee that had to put my hands on somebody.
So
you know what I mean?
I actually, so not for detainment, no probable cause, not a PC issue. I'm talking about someone walking around, same as I'm doing right now, and you just, you think that you might be more educated than you are. I'd say, oh, you know what? No, I'm not. You don't. But my point is that these are all things that have happened in this city, and I feel for you, man.
Today?
The one was today.
was
One was the
just
other day,
now.
man.
Okay. Oh.
One was just now, and your mayor here said that he was in her space, even though I showed a video, and I can actually show you too, so you can get a better understanding. I showed him, and he's making excuses.
Yeah. I mean, like, he's like, well, maybe she thought you were invading her space, and then you show him the video, and it's me walking in the opposite direction of her, for her to come up and walk towards me to put her hand on me, and then of course, like, then maybe it didn't play out the way you wanted, and then what are you left with? Like, we can just say that behavior wasn't the best. We shouldn't do that, but we don't, man. We don't want that type of behavior to happen.
If I put my hand on your shoulder and touched your space, do you think that'd be okay?
Well, I mean, it's different. I'm a cop. If you touch me, you're going to be under arrest.
Yeah, but people should be treated the same, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
Well, so is
Regardless
it?
of you being
Would
in
you
your.
like to,
Is it?
So would you like to report a crime?
No,
No, absolutely not. No.
No. I guess like.
Sorry.
No,
I
go ahead.
apologize.
Do your thing, man.
5 downtown.
I guess the point.
Over to 1048 Central Street with R1. Sounds like it's going to be a civil matter.
Oh, he's
It's a
got a
female
call.
party there with
Yeah.
another female, but I don't know if the husband will show up.
I know you gotta go. I appreciate you chatting with us.
That happened to you.
It's all right.
It's unfortunate. I'm
It's
sorry
all
on
right.
their behalf.
Thank you for apologizing
Thanks,
on their
man.
behalf.
I hope you guys have a better
Yeah,
day.
be safe. Yeah. You know, it's just some random cop will apologize for the city. They can't apologize for themselves. And Nana brings up like excellent points. And he got a call, so he left. But my next question is like, she said, you know, if someone put their hands on you, would it be okay? And he said, no, it wouldn't be okay. You know, no one can come up and touch me because I'm a cop. A cop doesn't have like more protection to be touched by somebody else. I'm not talking about like when they're enforcing probable cause or there might be a crime or something. I'm talking about a cop can be touched the same way anyone else can be because it's illegal. It's against the law. You don't put your hands on people, you know, for exhibiting a First Amendment right. And that's a nice explanation that maybe she thought we were in her space walking away from her. That's like a cop saying that he shot someone in the back from 50 yards because he was afraid for his safety.
Right. Well, because we're not cops, we can get touched, right?
Yep. I guess Leominster's gonna need a little bit more attention. We'll catch you in the next one. That's the reason I stopped you today.